Good day, Merry Meet. My name is Glennis, and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. As some of you know, I am in major transition in my life, one that is so incredibly positive that I just simply, I thank my God and my Goddess every single day, because it's something I've asked for, and I knew it was a big ask, and it's of course personal, but it was a big ask, and things just fell into place. So I'm in transition. Things are going to look a little bit different around here because, oh my goodness, I've been packing, and as I've been going through my things, I've kind of gotten a little bit inspired, and I'm talking about digging deep, because this is my original Book of Shadows, and so I'm like, well, this is a subject I could touch on, because I have always told you guys I was going to come and remake some of my older videos, and this is one of them. But this morning, as I got up, of course, you guys know I get up very early. I thank my God and my Goddess for my day and honor them. And if I have any kind of spell work happening, which I'm not really sure if you can see, but I've got a little bit of spell work happening too. But as I was sitting having my first cup of coffee, it's cool enough here to where I can have the storm screen door open, windows open, and Fanny likes it too. And so I'm sitting having my coffee, and very clearly I could hear an owl. Well, as some of you know, that was one of the first indicators that Hekate was coming to me. And typically when I have anything, a spirit of any kind, deity, come to me, I'm going to work with them, or at least get to know them on a more personal basis. But she has been a very strong influence in my life. And granted, working with Hekate or Hekate is not everyone's cup of tea, but I find her very delightful to work with. But with working with Hekate, and I want to preface this by saying I'm not an expert. This is just my experiences. I'm an absolute devotee, because she has just been nothing but a positive influence in my life and given me strength. And in return, I give her offerings, which I'm going to share with you. But I think my most important offering is not something that I can put on the table here. I think it is living a life in her honor. And of course, I have others that I work with, but in her honor. And I do charitable work in her honor. And I try very hard. Oh goodness, I try so hard to be the kind of person that I would want to meet. So, be that as it may, I just have a very, I guess, strong sense of giving. But what this video is about today is I was going to make some Hekate oil, excuse me, and just share some of my experiences. And like I said, I'm not an expert, but things have just fallen together this morning. I was going to make the video on my Hekate oil. Now, this is out of my original old grimoire from like many years ago, probably older than what some of you are. And I was going to share that original recipe for Hekate oil. Again, it's just to anoint a little bit myself. Definitely when I thank her every day for what she does for me, and for people that I know. but yeah, it just all fell together, the owl. And then I was trying to set things up and move things around and doing things because with packing up and moving. But I got one of my essential oil burners going over there, and I had to put something in it, and I didn't really feel like I had anything that kind of worked for me this morning. And I have a friend, a fellow YouTuber, who gifted me this, and I said, you know what? I'm going to, and it's just beautiful. I'm going to splurge a little bit and use something that someone gifted to me. And anyway, that's what I have in my burner. But as I kind of sat back and thought about it, I said, well, maybe I had better educate myself on what is in this particular tart, because it's the wax tarts. And I only put one in there, but as it turns out, it is called, I'm not really sure where she bought this, and by the way, her name is Gypsy Wolf, and I will drop a link below there, but it's called Witch's Brew. I think you guys can see it. And anyway, I started to read it, and it's a spell casting blend, which, oh my goodness, I think she definitely knows me. It has amber, balsam, patchouli, cedar, oak moss, and vetiver. And I was looking at the ingredients. I was thinking about the offerings that I do give to Hekate, and it just really is just all fallen together. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this aside. But yes, it's beautiful. I opened it, and it's just really, really very, I'm not really sure if there's too much glare, but it's very, very glistening. And my apologies about any video difficulties I might have. It's been quite a challenge this morning. Like I said, with things moving around, it's definitely been a challenge. But for my Hekate oil, your base oil, what I use, and there's a reason that I use what I use. I'm using sweet almond oil, and I'm using that because almonds, just edible almonds, are typically an offering that you would give to Hekate. Well, I don't have any almonds. I don't eat them. So there you go. I just did almonds. And I got this cute little funnel. And this is actually another gift from someone that I'm very, very close with. But, how cute. And yeah, just, maybe this is an ounce bottle, maybe about half an ounce, something like that. Because, like I said, it's the aroma's not for everyone. So, but it's you wouldn't want to anoint your body with it. But definitely in a candle, something like that. But my original recipe didn't have drops. I have no idea. I don't remember. It's been that long ago. But I have 1 part willow bark, which I have here. Now, I don't have willow bark essential oil, but as some of you know, I do work with trees, leaves, things like that. So the fact that I have different barks in my apothecary should come as no surprise. And that doesn't want to go through there. It is now. But a little bit of willow bark. And I have a little bit of a dried straw flower that I grew last year in the garden. And it's been drying. It's totally, totally dry, just like the willow bark. And I'm going to add a little bit of this. And there's a couple of reasons why. It's personal, and it's for prosperity, as well as the almond oil is for prosperity. So we've got a couple of dry ingredients, and I've got 1 part cedar. So I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to just say a drop, other than a part. That would be a goodly amount of oil here, but I'm going to just say a drop of cedar. And I hope you have that. It's just crazy, crazy good. Cedar is crazy good. Uh, uh, 1 part peppermint, and I've got to find that. 1 part peppermint. Come on. That was a little more than 1 part. A little bit more than 1 part. 1 part sage. I think that was more than a part. That's okay, you know. Sometimes you just got to wing it. And 1 part lavender. You guys know I do make some of my own essential oils, and this is my lavender essential oil. And this dried lavender was a gift. Again, was a gift, a bundle. I received a bundle, and it's just fabulous. But a drop of that. So like I said, I'm gonna just wing it. And 3 parts dragon's blood. So I could probably just empty this out totally, but I'm going to say 3 parts dragon's blood. You can add more peppermint if you like. And again, this is not one of those things I would want to wear on my body, but there you go. And let's give this a bit of a... And one of the reasons why I like to add a little bit of the straw flower here is not because, well, because it's personal, but also because it gives me like little pretty floaties, for lack of a better way. And, you know, I was going through, but like I said, you know, you could use it in any kind of spell work, but I use it as, you know, I make my own Hekate candles, and I anoint them and will burn them, and, you know, just enjoy meditating with her and our relationship, so to speak. A lot of people have said she's not warm and fuzzy. Well, you know, I don't expect any god or goddess or spirit to be warm and fuzzy. So, but if that's what you're looking for. But I also want to speak to you about Hekate's wheel. And again, that was one of those things. I've got them. I'm wearing one, and I have one here that I hand painted some time ago, and I have not been able to find it. And I thought, well, you know, but as it turns out, it's on my phone anyway. So, you know, but it refers to the power of snakes, and it's considered a labyrinth of knowledge which Hekate will guide you through. So it's kind of like she's leading you through one adventure after another. Let's just put it that way, and giving you the strength and courage. So, and if I if I wanted to get another tattoo, I think this is probably what it would be. But I also, if I ever got another tattoo, I would want it to be like a personal, special thing between me and someone else, something to go and do together. But so far, not yet, but maybe we'll see. But you know, often I'm not really sure if you guys can just barely see Hekate there on my altar, which I'm almost getting ready to break down a little bit. I know it's kind of sad, but she's known as a double torch bearer, which is why I have a couple of candles by her side, along with another one that again, is in her honor. It's adorned, it's red and black, it's adorned with an antique key, and it's anointed. And it's waiting for me, and I think once I get moved, I'll enjoy it. But Hekate is known for her work with justice, and where she will bring justice if you feel like you have been wronged by someone. But I always make sure if I'm doing any kind of justice court work, I do my due diligence. Now, of course, I know myself better, but, even a return to sender spell, she would, to work with her would be awesome. But I always make sure, and I contemplate before I do any ask or spell work, I always contemplate and I think to myself, am I right? Am I just in what I'm asking for? If someone has done me wrong, then, I'd like to think that people don't just do people wrong out of they've got nothing better to do or they're bored. I'd like to think so. I know some of you probably will disagree with me on that. But you have to look at yourself saying, well, what did I do to bring about this person's issue? And then, go for it anyway. if you want. But, yeah, I look to her for justice work, karma work, things like that. And now what I do have as far as offerings is concerned, a lot of people will give as an offering red wine. Well, I can't even remember. I think it's, been like maybe 20 years since I've had red wine in my house. It's just not some, but they will offer her red wine if I'm up early in the morning, but when I'm up early in the morning, I will do like maybe a little shot glass of hot black coffee. And some other things that I'm known as an offering to her are apples, absolutely apples, grapes, garlic, and of course any kind of cake. They're going to love any kind of cake. And I will absolutely give that as an offering. Let's see, what else have I done? Of course, I do have my tincture of wormwood in her honor. And that's, I use that to anoint my third eye. And yeah, I don't particularly do a special, like, incense blend. Of course, that would be easy enough to do. And another thing, well, actually, a couple of other things I've done. Of course, I've got a dandelion. I hope you guys can see. A dandelion here. It just opened this morning. I mean, come on, guys. But it just opened this morning. And this will be an offering as well. Of course, she likes red roses, and I certainly don't have a problem with giving her some of those. But as far as the dandelion, I also have a dandelion concoction that I'm going to be straining very, very soon and making up little pots that they are out of my reach right now, but little 1 ounce pots of balm in honor of Hekate. I hope that you guys have a great, wonderful, awesome day. I want to thank you for joining me. But just think about this. When you receive signs, like I received, an owl, a big black hound, and where you're at a crossroads in your life, and these signs keep coming to you, then that's when you maybe should open up your mind a little bit, your heart a little bit, and see what Hekate can offer you. Have a great day, guys. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye.